Hello everybody, my name is Alexa Rubin and I'm telling you nice stories every Saturday. I invent a new story, and if you don't want to miss a story, then subscribe my channel and listen to the story which I will just invent. I come from Germany, so I do the best to speak the best English for you that you understand. Once upon a time there was a king, and he was living in a nice kingdom with a queen. But the queen was always very unhappy, and always when he wanted to go for a walk with her, she said, "No, my shoes, they will go dirty." And when he wanted to have a cup of tea with her, she said, "No, I don't like tea. I just drink water. You know that." And also all the people who were living in the kingdom, they were very unthankful. And when he invited everybody, they said, no, you have to buy me horses. If not, I cannot come. Or they said, like the women, they said, no, you have to buy us dresses. If not, we cannot come. So the king was always a little bit unhappy because of his all unthankful people in the kingdom and because of the very unthankful wife he had. One day he was very sad and he went for a walk in the forest. While he was walking in this very narrow way through the bushes and through the trees, suddenly a man stood in front of him. It was an old man with a long gray beard, and this man was smiling friendly to him. And he said to him, "Would you change your kingdom for 2 coins which I have?" And the king was thinking, "I'm so unhappy." But while he was thinking, the man put the 2 coins in his hand. And while he was still wondering what it was, the man disappeared. He put the coins in his pocket and he was wandering and walking and thinking about this stranger, what he just met. He went back to his kingdom and he went in the castle. In the night it began to rain. It rained so much. It rained tons and tons of rain. The castle was, the outside of the castle was full of rain and mud and everything. And the people in the village, they came and they said, "We don't have clean water anymore. Everywhere is the water, and we cannot work anymore, and we cannot walk anymore. Everywhere is rain." And the rain came higher and higher and higher. And the people, they were just very, very angry and very, very sad. And the queen said, "Listen, I cannot go for a walk because it's raining all the time. And outside it's like a swimming pool. It's swimming everywhere. So it's like a lake everywhere." But the king said, "It's not my fault. It's in nature, you know. What can I do?" Then the queen said, "If you are the king, you could do anything." Then, a few days later, the sun began to shine. The people were not thankful. They said, everything is destroyed because of the rain, and the whales, they have dirty water, and look, all the fruits are on the floor, and we cannot eat anything. Instead of being thankful that it stopped raining, the sun was shining and the birds were singing. But the sun didn't stop shining. It was shining stronger and stronger and stronger each day. Then it began that the earth went so dry that all the plants, they were dying. Everything was brown and gray. And all the fruits which were left on the trees, they were falling down because it was so burning hot. The queen was very angry with the king, and she said, "What should I wear now? It's so warm and I cannot go outside. The sun, it will burn my skin." And the king said, "Well, now it's warm. I mean, it's a little bit hot. What can I do?" And the queen said, "Yes, but you are the king and it's your fault and you have nothing under control." Instead of helping him, few days more it went so hot, but then the king saw a little wind came when he opened the window, little fresh breeze. But instead that the people were thankful, they were all angry. Look, all the fruits are burned and all the grass is burned and we are angry and everything is bad and it's the king's fault. And the wind began to blow more and more. It became more strong and more strong. And it went so windy and stormy that the trees lost all the leaves. And everything, the fogs and everything what was outside, it flew away. So it went so stormy that even in the castle, the windows were bouncing and the wind was whistling night and day. The king was very sad and very afraid. Why it happens here? And because he was so worried and he did not know what to do, he went outside of the castle. But there, a big wind catched him and he flew in the air. And he flew higher and higher and higher in the air. And he saw the earth more small and more little under him. And then, after a while, he just was surrounded by clouds. And he saw nothing. And he thought, what is this? Because it was a noise on his dresses. And he saw he had the 2 coins, and he took 1 coin and he said, I never thought that I will ever fly here so far away from my kingdom and from the world. What do I have to lose? And he threw 1 coin away. But then he was starting flying faster and faster and faster. And it was like the world was turning. And he was flying like on the other side of the world. And then he fly more down and more down. And he saw under him green grass. And he went so happy that he saw something totally different. And suddenly his feet arrived the grass, and he went down. There was nothing. It was a silent world where he was. Just the birds were singing, the sun was shining, little wind was blowing, little clouds were on the sky, but it was very friendly. It was so far, the grass, how far he could see, but there at the end of the horizon, he saw something coming. And where he was standing there, he threw the other coin. And he said, this is for you, Earth, because it's so quiet and so friendly. I have nothing here. Before I had everything, and I was so unhappy. And here I have nothing. So I want to get rid of everything. While he threw the coin, he was thinking that. But this little thing from far away came closer and closer, and he saw in the sunset that it was a beautiful, pretty woman with long golden red hair and a very pretty golden velvet dress she was wearing. And she came to him closer and closer. And then she was standing in front of him, and she took his hands and she said, Here he is, my king. And he said, why you say that? And she said, a man came to me and he was giving me 2 coins. And I was wishing that I have in my beautiful kingdom a nice king. And now you are here. And he was laughing. In this moment, he forgot where he came from. And he was so thankful with his new queen. and they had a beautiful kingdom. They had lots of birds and fruits and trees and very many people. They were so thankful living all together in this beautiful world. So, this was the story for tonight. Look, here the sun goes down. Here is my horse. It was listening to the story also. If you like it, you can subscribe and give me a like and share it with your friends. It's very important in the night to have a good fantasy, then you sleep well and you have a nice next day, because you have a world now inside of you. It's another thing than a film, because film has pictures, but this you make a world and your own pictures for yourself inside, and this is my present for you. So have a good night, sleep well. Your Alexa Rubin. Bye bye.